reverse thing that has been happening over the last several years, which is that some folks would suggest that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. You know that? Have you noticed?
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
That somehow you're strong if you're a bully.
Yeah.
Instead of what we all know, the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. Generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now, the baton is in our hands. It's in our hands. We, who believe in the sacred freedom to vote, will finally pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Should have the freedom to live safe from the terror of gun violence will finally pass universal background checks. Understanding that one of the defining components of that progress is the expansion of rights. And we are seeing a full-on agenda that is now about restricting rights. And one of the most fundamental rights, the right to make decisions about your own body.
Yes.
Yes. Think about that. And if there are those who dare to take the freedom to make such a fundamental decision for an individual, which is about one's own body, what other freedoms could be on the table for the taking?
Absolutely.
Let us be clear-eyed. We have a fight ahead of us. We've got a fight ahead of us. And we are the underdogs in this race. Okay? Level set. We're the underdogs in this race. But this is a people power campaign. And we have momentum. The day after I announced my candidacy, we saw the best 24 hours of grassroots fundraising in presidential campaign history. And since then, in battleground states, people have been flooding our offices around the country to volunteer. So, we've got momentum, it's on our side. And you may have noticed, Donald Trump has been resorting to some wild lies about my record, and some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.